The Jaws series is officially back on track, and all it took was a man who knows how to make legendary sequels front and back, the director of Terminator 2. Wait, no, not James Cameron. He never did a Jaws sequel. I'm talking about the Italian Terminator 2, aka Shocking Dark, directed by Bruno Mattei, who combined two sequels in one. It was called Terminator 2, but was a rip-off of Aliens, and he brings his eye for knockoff sequels to Jaws 5 Cruel Jaws, or just simply Cruel Jaws as it's more commonly known, for legal reasons, I'm guessing. It's good they specified that the shark is a cruel Jaws, unlike that nice Jaws from the previous movies. Even the characters and the actors feel like knockoffs here. We've got David Luther as a Sheriff Brody stand-in, but also Greg Hood as Matt Damon as Matt Hooper, and Richard Dew as Hulk Hogan as Quint. Shot in Florida, using many of the locals as its cast, this could also be considered a clip show of the series, in that they did want a mechanical shark on set, but if that broke down for Spielberg, it sure as hell wasn't gonna work here, so the movie incorporates a lot of unauthorized footage from the Jaws franchise, as well as other knockoffs like Great White and Deep Blood. They even include music from Star Wars and Curse 2, which made it hard for it to get a physical release in the US, till eventually it got a glorious Blu-ray in 2020 by Severin Films, as well as a documentary called Twilight Jaws. As for the plot of the movie, what do you need to know? It's the plot of Jaws, as well as some deleted subplots of Jaws. Ooh, I needed this after the roaring shark from Jaws the Revenge. Sure, those other Jaws movies may be on HBO Max, but I know that Jaws 5 will be sitting comfortably in a little place called Tubi. With plenty of options, too. It's too early in the year to watch Santa Jaws, so Cruel Jaws it is. This one begins way differently. The opening shot is above the water. What's going on here?
There was top secret Navy material on board the Cleveland. We're going down to retrieve it.
Well, that explains that. They're retrieving secret material and are so dead. Anytime there's a shot like this, I assume it's from a different movie. Could be Great White, aka The Last Shark, could be Deep Blood. Why not? Those movies are also on Tubi, but at least when I see an Italian knockoff, I know the fog machine will be real. The shark is already guarding the sunken treasure, which they seem relatively calm about. Well, shit, I guess we accidentally barricaded ourselves in, but it kept the shark out, I suppose. Hey, you alright down there? You're not digging up any stock footage, are you? Damn it, opening credits, you're blocking the action. I can't tell what's going on. Could be because the only way to watch the movie is as drunk as this guy. My blurry vision is just like seeing underwater. I can still hardly tell what's going on. Damn, killed by a deadly editing attack where it continues to get awkward. Meanwhile, in a road movie, are we sure this is a 1995 movie?
What have you got in mind for me this year?
Sailing, tennis, discoing till dawn.
Yeah, get your platform shoes on, baby. It's the 90s. It's totally what I expect from the great Bruno Mattei. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean William Snyder. Sure, William Snyder was the best director of Jaws 3D. Well, the dolphin effects are better here than in Jaws 3D, even if the scene is still weird.
Hi, Susie.
Nessa, so you finally came back. You're more beautiful than ever.
You're quite a little missy yourself, Susan.
None of you are in the same location as each other. Same with this. Where are those crowd sounds coming from? There's no crowd here. It's okay, the characters can make it awkward too. Lady, could you not look at me like you're dead inside? I'm so glad I'm watching the lost episode of Thunder in Paradise. Actually, Richard Dew did double work for Hulk Hogan a couple of times, which, yeah, he could have starred in No Holds Barred and I'd be none the wiser. Things are stressed here even before the shark. Sheriff Berger says that poor Dag is being evicted. They're all taking it well.
That fat money-grubbing bastard. I'd like to rip his balls off. Well, that ain't...
The best Peter Benchley quote. That won't be the only balls talk here.
Hey, why don't you go bust somebody else's balls?
There needed to be more talk of balls in the other movies, just like how this one does the body discovery in the sand, only it's an Italian knockoff, so the corpse effects are way more graphic. And Bill has way keener insight.
Well, what do you think?
In my opinion, it wasn't a speedboat propeller.
Thanks, I was worried that he was killed by renegade skiers. Anyway, in the autopsy scene from Silence of the Lambs, so far this movie is showing more skeletal remains than it's showing the shark. And with the bites it's taking out of the editing.
It was a shark, all right. And a big one.
Are you all out of your mind?
Whoa, did we just teleport? We had to speed right along to substitute Mayor Vaughn, telling them to keep things under wrap because it's tourist season. You can tell by more crowd sounds with zero crowds. I'm thinking it's finally the Tiger Sharks family that's seeking revenge here.
And which one is that?
The tiger shark. From the judge of things, it's gotta have a mouth like this.
And also a rockin' set of tits! What is with the whiplash in these scenes? They're also doing the Jaws 2 plot, where we get some partying and love-crazy teenagers.
Hi, Bob.
Oh, hi, Gloria. Looks like your little sister has a crush on the Viking son.
Your sister's hot, bro. That line would be a step up.
Nah, hold it.
What do you want?
I'm the person in charge of pussy. I have to, check your credentials.
I'm sure the next line will top even that.
Dick brain, dick brain, dick brain.
Just like in A Boy Named Charlie Brown.
Dick brain, dick brain.
This is a soap opera. Now Lewis is worried the shark is a conspiracy to get back at him for having Dag evicted as he talks with his son or his pool boy lover, I don't know.
Up there his fucking balls off! I've got a better idea.
Let's rail hard. Oh, now are we doing the skinny dipping scene? On the plus side, these two should see the shark coming. It's like 2 in the afternoon. What's this guy's excuse for not going in? At least this poor bastard was piss drunk. Prince Adam over here is like, I don't know, it looks awfully cold. Not to mention this place is swarmed with shots from other movies. Even when he gets in, he's like, nope, see ya. I'll drink a bottle of Jack and pass out on the beach to give myself an alibi. And what are you two still doing awake? It's now 3 in the afternoon, way past your bedtime. This is a very important sequence, so we get caught up on the backstory.
And Dad hasn't been the same since Mom died. And Susie lost the use of her legs. He used to hunt whales in the North Sea. And ever since that damn accident, he hasn't been the same.
Good thing I'm taking notes. Now I won't be lost watching Cruel Jaws. Just kidding. I'm way lost.
Gloria!
What is it, a ninja movie now? Never mind, it's a slap-happy rip-off of The Karate Kid. If Johnny Lawrence was jealous of his sister and had amazing kicking sounds.
Ah!
We'll soon get a training montage of the shark teaching him at sea. And now they're breaking into Dag's SeaWorld to poison the dolphins with rat poison. Why? And why are they now at Crystal Lake in this shot? The shark doesn't need to be attacking in this area. These characters are gonna end up killing each other. They don't even give a shit when someone is eaten.
Eaten by a shark? He must be stewed to the gills. I'll give him the test, and then I'll throw him in the who's got for drunkenness.
Immediate cavity search to see if he's smuggling poisoned mackerel. Why not? It is a cop show now. Yeah, forget using the ramp or the stairs. I'm gonna get me that primetime CBS procedural if I have to solve all the shark crimes in the area. I believe his experience in the field more than Bill's.
Well, we know that they're a sort of locomotive with a mouth full of butcher's knives. And all they really know how to do is swim, eat, and make baby sharks.
He's talking like he's giving a book report on something he didn't read. Let's take a break. I feel like I know less about sharks watching this.
Any sharks down there? Naturally.
Heart-pounding action that won't let up. And Burt Reynolds in a role he really sinks his teeth into. Shark, March 26th at 1 on KTSF.
We're back as we continue with Lewis evicting Dag off the land because he wants to build a new hotel. Wouldn't you want the shark problem taken care of if you're building hotels near the water? Even Dag's daughter knows this guy's a prick.
Don't even know what you're talking about. And
Don't be so wicked, Mr. Lewis.
Don't you insert random footage of yourself while I'm talking. I'm doing slapstick over here. The screwball comedy was really missing from the first Jaws, or this kind of banter between Brody and Vaughn.
you are obsessed.
Obsess my ass.
Come on, Mayor, I want to kill the sharks. I incorrectly assumed that Lewis was the mayor since he's the Vaughn role, but he's actually a crooked land developer, so he's basically Len Peterson from 2 and Vaughn combined into one person. While it then becomes yet another movie, what is happening? Okay, so we're in the porn section. Excuse me, Billy, there will be no unauthorized sex tapes in the area. I don't care what your girlfriend thinks.
Once and for all, Billy, it is the fish or me. What do I have to do to get you to pay attention to me? Grow gills?
Well, honey, you could work on your audio quality. I can barely understand you. They're all gonna have nightmares tonight, especially Dag's kid.
Dad, why do sharks eat people?
Because they're hungry. They're always hungry.
Sweet dreams, dear. You'll barely make it through the bedtime story. The poison I put in her fish dinner is working. This movie makes falling asleep weird. Meanwhile, at the dance, just for the adult chaperones.
You know, Tommy, you give off a certain animal magnetism.
Oh yeah, you're not just hot, you're Golf Channel commentator hot. You know you're in trouble when Bill is the coolest guy at the party. There's so much going on here. Like now it's Romeo and Juliet, where the son of Dag and the daughter of Lewis are in love despite their warring families. They're all competing with each other to see who gets the next skinny dipping death. Just when you thought it was safe to bang. I'm kidding, this isn't a rip-off of the first Jaws, it's a rip-off of the scene from Jaws 3D where the cockblockers come in to interrupt them with a megaphone. It's literally the same scene. Almost.
Oh, look out, there's a shark that's about to nip you on the ass!
My god, the shark turned into a gumball machine. Where the hell did that come from? And I don't know if their plans are gonna work to keep the shark out.
We've completely protected this area of the coastline with a special shark net that goes from here.
Seems legit. The shark will abide by the warnings of no trespassing. I still don't know why they're worried. It's the emptiest beach I've ever seen. Aside from what, 3 people?
Is this the beach where we can see the shark from? They said it on TV. They said there's a shark killing people right here.
So we decided to bring our kid. Solid parenting.
Baloney.
But I thought we were gonna go see the shark.
Ronnie, shut up.
You'll be the next Alex Kintner, I swear to God. Relax, this footage from Joe D'Amato's Deep Blood will save the day. How low budget do you have to be if you're lifting footage from a Joe D'Amato movie? No one in this town really gives a shit. They redo the tiger shark red herring scene, unbeknownst to the town. We'll still rip off the lines though.
I'm not saying that it isn't him. It probably is. They're very ferocious and very rare in these waters.
Whoa, slow down. Universal sued to stop the release of Great White. What do you think they'd do to us? Especially since we're using footage from Great White. I'm picking up on some clues. If there's any scene from Cruel Jaws that features more than 5 people, or anyone outside of the lead characters, just assume it's from something else. Also, when it's clearly 1981 in some shots. And you'll know it's Bruno footage when there's lines like this.
That motherfucker is acting so strange. It's almost as if someone has trained him to attack and kill.
The other movies didn't feature enough name-calling like it's a cyborg film. The shark attacks are really gonna put a damper on this surf and wind sailing competition, as well as the romance and jealousy plots.
Don't worry, I'll win for us too.
I'll rip his balls off and use them for earrings. Pulverize him. You worry about winning.
Someone get these characters some balls, it's all they ever talk about. But now that Gabe Kaplan has signaled that the race has begun, we'll see who comes out alive. Seriously, why are they letting their loved ones participate? They're the ones who believe the shark warnings. I'm just curious if they're going to attempt a Jaws theme. Yeah, close enough. And go figure, the rickety-ass gates aren't enough to keep the shark away. I think the main characters will be safe because, again, the race footage is from a different movie, and there's not a chance in hell these characters are really in the water, like I'm watching a 60s beach party movie now. But where there's shark bubble gum, there's the shark.
Oh my God! What's wrong? Get him out of the water quick!
We definitely should have seen this coming. This is all what happened in Great White, both Italian-style Jaws. Raffinopoli! This had to be an easy acting gig. You just gotta say a few lines with nothing much in the background, and we'll let other movies do the rest. I love how in the older shark movie footage, the shark still looks better than it did in Jaws the Revenge. There's not even a point to me doing an episode on Great White now. I'm practically doing it here. The exploding docks won't be a surprise to me, but does that movie have a scene where someone has to rescue Wheelchair Girl? I think not, but sadly there's gotta be some kind of casualty here. The important thing is you didn't try. Is she still alive? Is she dead? I don't know. They couldn't show the shark eating her. I think the kid is the only one taken to the hospital. This place is pretty empty, considering how many racers were just attacked. That gives them plenty of space to do the Vaughn and Brody hospital scene.
You're gonna have to offer a reward of $100,000 to whoever brings in the head of that shark.
Coincidentally, the same amount as my gambling debts. And I wish Brody or Hooper said this.
Not without...
Without what? Without what, you fat fuck?
It's like if all the characters from Jaws had severe rage issues and went over their plans like frat boys.
Oh, come on. All you gotta do is put a bullet in its head and it's fucked.
Are you kidding? That'll just make the shark more mad. Here, let me refer you to this chart drawn by the 10-year-old that was on her fridge. But do you know why this is the most successful Jaws sequel?
If it was your decision to go ahead with the regatta, then our friends in New York are not gonna be very happy.
Because it's the only one that keeps in the mafia plot. Yeah, Jaws finally goes full Gotti. Yep, the mafia is instrumental to his land deal, which is why he wants to ignore the shark problem. I love that this makes this sequel closer to Benchley's book than the other sequels. They threaten his life until he takes care of the shark. You make sure that shark sleeps with the fishes. I mean, you know what I mean. Arrivederci. At least his son is helping out. Here, this 12-gauge shotgun will work. Come on, guys. Let's go save Dad's knees from getting broken. Oh, and then this happens. Full speed. The shark people will return, and in greater numbers. This is the best use of John Williams since Turkish Star Wars used the Indiana Jones theme. Look, as long as we get some kind of recognizable Williams theme in there, who cares? Next, boys, we're gonna play the theme from Amistad. This is what I call a stinger movie, where every line could work as an end-of-episode stinger. I'm gonna need to take another break. Some movies I just have far too many notes to work with. Want a birthday shout-out or a nice message or ask a question? Book us now on our Cameo page at cameo.com/thecinemasnob. We're back. How's that shark hunting going? Well, on the plus side, he just shot some rabbits for a nice stew tonight. Even the shark seems stupid here. Oh yeah, that feels good. Chasing after surfers really put some knots in my back. We've almost got it, guys. That's right. We are totally reeling in this shark that is totally right here with us. Pay no attention to the grainier footage of the shark. Watch this. They even do the gasoline flare death from part 2, right down to using the same shot of the exploding boat from Jaws 2. They're making it easier for the shark. Some rope needs cut from the bottom, so why not offer yourself up as dessert? You gotta be kidding me! I'll let you live. I feel like I'll get dumber if I eat you. Don't worry, folks. 1980 helicopter will watch over us. Sure, they could reuse the helicopter scene from part 2, but we already showed part 2 a minute ago. We'll just use the helicopter footage from Great White instead. And knock off lines from Jaws 1.
He's gotta be over 8 meters long! We need a bigger helicopter!
Need a bigger helicopter? Wait a minute, this movie is a ripoff of Jaws. That's just now occurred to me. You know, if they went after Jaws with a toy gun from KB Toys. Wait, are they gonna kill the Brody stand-in? Then his picture will go right on the Amity wall. And bring the mafia back!
We asked you to solve the problem, Sam, not create a disaster.
Yeah, look, we're gonna take care of that little shark problem for you. They put one of ours in the hospital, we put one of theirs in a tuna can. And make sure you show your daughter what's what. Keep her locked up. That's right, you stay in there, young lady, with your framed picture of Dan Quayle on the wall. But after they broke Dag out of a 1950s prison, guys, I got it. Why don't we just show the shark death scenes from previous movies and wrap this up immediately? Whoa, whoa, young lady. Only 2 of us can have Jailhouse Rock prison stripes in this room. I love how they make it easy for the gangsters, too. When they break in to look at the secret plans, there's nothing to decipher. Hey, this says the shark's right here. Now they can go bust some heads.
Everything looks okay here.
Wrong!
Solid plan, boys. Okay, we got a cement mixer, some chains, and a pail. That shark ain't ever coming out of the water. I don't want the gangsters to die. I want them in the rest of the movie. Looking at the mafia plot here, I can't imagine why Spielberg wanted to cut that section out. And why is the shotgun always the character's go-to weapon? Someone get a rocket launcher, please!
I'll get you, my fucking shark!
Mind your murder, bastardos! I guess that kills him. I don't know. He seems scared. All I know is this happens again. It's okay. I used to bullseye sharks in my T-16 back home. I'll give the movie this. The plot makes more sense than Jaws the Revenge. The movie isn't getting borderline supernatural. It's just almost everything else about it that's crazier. Is the movie better than Jaws the Revenge? Well, in this, the dialogue is worse, the acting is worse, but the shark footage looks better because they use shark footage from everything but Jaws the Revenge. However, if you asked me which one I'd rather watch, Jaws the Revenge or Jaws 5, I'm going Jaws 5. It's far more entertaining. Like, what are they doing now? Mario is gonna need this power-up box if the squid takes away his flower power. I know the characters could certainly use a power-up. What was the shotgun budget like on this? Find a different weapon! They're going after the shark like they're playing Big Buck Hunter at the movie theater. Unfortunately, the climax doesn't top the ridiculousness of the Jaws the Revenge climax, but it's still funny.
Yeah!
Okay, let's see that again. I love the shark's double take. Okay, Polly. Alright, we did it! Those massive explosions aren't even rocking our boat in the slightest! Now they can enjoy their dolphin show and slapstick comedy in peace.
This check to bag source.
This has the running gags of a Don Knotts movie. Oh, that's the end, by the way. Come on, you know that if someone asks you what Jaws sequel are we watching today, you'll give higher consideration to Jaws 5. It's the most necessary of the sequels, because the mafia plot finally got its day and was totally worth it. That does it for our run through the Jaws franchise. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to finally get this damn popcorn bucket off my hand. It's been there for weeks. I never know how to end these series episodes.
Well, have it your way. But remember, you're the ones who wanted to open up a diner for sharks.